Well, hello everyone. Welcome back in this series of my process in making a journal. This is number 3, and I have no idea what the ending number will be. But today, I also want to welcome any new subscribers or viewers in doing this series or anytime. So glad you came to watch. So today is going to be kind of making a mess where your where your clothes that you don't care if you get a stain on or whatever. I have made up a concoction in this alcohol ink. I used 3 different ones: walnut, cocoa, and spice. Here's the spice. But anyway, oops, and don't drop it. And I'm just gonna make up a concoction, and I have no idea, if it's gonna be working the way I want it to until I start using it. And don't dip your brush in as far as I did, like that, because that's not good. Okay, so I decided to not make the cover first because I might ruin it by the things I'm going to be doing inside this book or using inside this book. Number 1 will be this concoction, like I said, I'm making. And first of all, well, this is going to be covered completely. You don't have to worry about that. But I'm making this concoction to try and cover some of these areas that maybe just they don't look vintage to me. So what I've done was I have this gesso that's pretty old. It was almost all dried up, but I added water and mixed that up. Put that in here in this cup, and then I added some alcohol ink. I'm adding some, and we will make a mess. And I will anyway. That's for later. Let's see I just put in some different things I had, like metallic. I put in textile medium. I ordered some more gesso just so I could have it, but in the meantime I put little water in here and cornstarch, and it may not be thick enough. So we're going to try this and see how it turns out. If I don't like it, I'll do something else with this the page I choose. It's not an end deal if it doesn't work out, in at least my way of thinking. I like to experiment with stuff. So here is, let's see, which page shall I use? I think I'll try this page because I'm going to, I could cover it up easily if I didn't like it, but I'm thinking of maybe keeping some of these because I like, it says country cottages, that's kind of nice. So let's try it here and see what happens. Let's see, I don't want this treasury on there. I'm gonna probably cover that up with something else as well, but we'll just go over these things because I don't want these words on there at all. All right, so this is looking kind of good. Okay. I hope I can always remember that I have people that are watching and listening, because I might forget about you. I could always do voiceovers, but so far I'll do it this way. All right, so that's a little messy looking, so that's not great. Now I warned you that my process is, I don't know, I don't have a word for it, but it just is what it is, and I guess I just kind of wing it a lot of the times. Okay, I think it needs, right down here, a little more cornstarch in the concoction. And I know you can't see what I'm doing, but it's just adding cornstarch to this. Then I have a little trusty, very long chopstick that I used, because that gesso is a tall jar. Now, I don't necessarily want every page to have texture, but I want it to look aged. Now, I might have it all be textured. We'll see. Like I said, I just wing it. All right, well, here we have a little more texture, and just gonna go around the edges of this so it looks like it, I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna look like. It's just gonna look like something. This book will hopefully look like it's been around a while. That's what it's supposed to look like, okay? Vintage, well-loved, used. Not brand new like you got it at the local 5 and dime drugstore or whatever. Now this might get awfully thick, so I don't want it to like bleed through the next page. I should have probably... these pages are fairly thick, but it wouldn't be good if it bled through. So I'm just gonna put some paper in between there, just in case. Now today I don't have the heater on. My previous video I did, and I apologize if people heard it, or if it was interfering with hearing me, but it was very cold. It's a little warmer today. And I have a blanket that I could put around me too, or on me if it needs to be. Okay, so not to belabor this part, but this is what, this is not going to be how do I put it? This here will have something else on it probably besides this right here, because it's not covering it too well. Okay, so that might look a little, I don't know, uneven there in some places, but we'll fix it. We'll fix it. So what I'm gonna do is take some paper towel, wad it up, and blot it. And that's gonna be pretty much it. This here needs a little filling in, right in here. Sorry if you hear my dogs barking. Just kind of what they do. Okay, so that's that. All right, this is the fun part, kind of just experimenting and everything. Well, I think everything's fun about it, but I think I'm going to do this page a little bit. This is not, like I said, this is not the end result, but it's just kind of preparation for what I'm going to do more of. I mean, do. All right, so don't even listen to me, just watch. Okay, You say, why are you ruining that page? Well, it's because it's called art. Some people call it crafts. I like crafts. So oh, I like it because I like to call it art. What is the difference? Like I said, anything you do that's creative, I think is art. Anything you do that's outside the norm in this is art as well. But you don't have to be outside the norm to be doing something that's art. Okay, so we're going to let this dry. I might need another coat or I might not. But so far this looks really good. I like it. I like it, I like it. Okay. Now, since I have to have this dry, we'll have to do something else. Well, I see an imperfection here. I don't know if I like that as much. I think I need a little water there. Water that down. Because it no, I'm gonna actually take this to it. Because it looks too much like, oh, you just put a bunch of paint right there or something. And I don't want it to look like that. Okay, this is what's called making mistakes, or kind of things that you didn't intend to do, and then going with it. Just kind of playing around and doing your own thing. Not caring too much about the final look. Okay, that's all I'm going to do right now, and I might have to do some more to that later. I'm going to let it dry and go on to something else. This page here, I went over that a little bit because I didn't like the brightness of the look right here of the art. All right, what we're gonna do, this is a copy of a ledger page that I have, and I'm going to cut a piece of this scrap, kind of eyeball it, for some stability for a pocket here. All right, so first thing to do is, what I do is just glue this to the paper that I'm going to be making the pocket from, the ledger paper. And You know, just so that it has something to, I don't make it the complete, you know, make it the whole size of this, because it only needs this area, and it will reduce a little bit of bulk that way by doing it. So I folded, I had to make sure that this would be in there properly so it didn't come through on the edges or show through. But this I left, I will say, I forget that people might wonder, oh, you didn't, that looks funny there. Well, that was my purpose, to have it come over the edges there. All right, now I only want to glue here, 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 and here. I'm sorry if this is so rudimentary for so many people, but you know, in case people are wondering what I'm doing, it is pretty, you know, self-explanatory. But now sometimes I cut a notch here. I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I don't do that often, and I'm not sure why. All right, we'll kind of get that down good, and then you check it, see it's in the right place. All right, now we have, these aren't done right here, but they're close getting there. This page is done for the basics. You know, go back in and do some other things. Right now it's done. Okay, then we've got the next page. And of course I'll need to do the concoction, as you call it, on there. And what am I gonna do right here? That's where the things I printed off are going to come in handy. Now I can do several things here. I can, you know, like glue that in there, I mean kindergarten, paste it. I can do that, glue that in there, or I can do something else, because this is double-sided. I don't think I want to sacrifice that other side. So let's see here. I think, all right, I'm gonna do some sewing these, and I'm gonna sew some of them together, and then I will come back and show you what I'm going to do with that. Okay, so I have prepared this page here to glue this coffee dyed paper onto it. Just like that. I can always go back over and, you know, refine the edges of the paper if I want it. Gotta find the glue. If I don't want it to hang over or whatever. I don't mind pages hanging over. I mean, if you like straight lines and math and everything to be even, this is not the kind of journal you would maybe like, but I actually like not straight lines. And maybe that's because I don't see very well. I had a macular injury to both my eyes, macula injury, whatever, where I had to have surgery. And so it's left to where I don't see everything straight, completely straight. And it's not terrible, but it's enough to where I can't read, especially distance. My up-close vision's pretty good, but one eye I had surgery, the other one they had developed a shot for. So, okay, back to this. Yeah, they stuck a needle in my eye. Big needle in my eye. All right, what I did here was I took a few pages and I staggered them so that the edges would come to the edges of the book. But like I say, everything's not totally straight because it's not meant to be. But that's how it is going to be once we attach it to the book, is like this. See, they'll be staggered. This wasn't even, I see I didn't even sew that in right, but that's okay. We'll go like this, and we'll fix that. I do like some things straight. Okay, what I would do there is just put a little glue right there. So it will stay straight. Here's a method to my non-method. I might even make this into a pocket, then there'll be no problem there. All right, so to attach this, is all I have to do is glue this page here. Whoops. This page onto here. Now I could do two things. I could do it in the middle. I could put it down here, but I think I'm going to go for the middle. And rather than lose some of this color, what I'm going to do right here is make another pocket. And I'm entitled, I can change my mind, which I might do because I don't have to figure this out as I do it sometimes. I think that will work, but I'm not going to make a pocket. I could change my mind later if I wanted. And this has to be trimmed, which I will do right now because, okay, so what I'm going to do is just glue this part right here, and this can open and be written on the whole page. All right. Are we good with that? Yes, we are. All right. I'm sure most everybody has gone on to better things in the YouTube world. But if you're still watching, thank you. Because I am not, don't always do things. I can't even see, I can't think of words either, so the way everybody does them, I guess. I'm going to glue right on the edge of this bundle of papers so that it will go right into the groove there. And I use the glue stick because it's most convenient. I don't use it for everything like fabric and things that are hard to stick, but it works very well for adhering the paper. That's my choice. All right, we're going to get that in there firmly. Kind of do that. And we'll go back to the page and, oops, get it firmly in there as well. All right, now we have some pages. And this I see is a little crooked as well, because the other one was. I noticed that when I was sewing it, but I didn't do anything about it. It's that's why I don't like necessarily have everything totally straight, because then you can work with it. So you're going to get these things in here like that. Okay, there we are. Oops. Blue. There we go. Okay. Now we said we were going to make a pocket here. We'll probably do that later. And that's probably going to do it for today for this video. And of course it's going to be edited a little bit, because you don't want all my craziness in there to watch. All right, so I'm going to show you from the beginning now. Now, as you see, it's starting to get bulgy already, naturally, because we just added a bunch. I may have to take out some more pages. But that's what you can do when you're making this kind of book. You can go along and take them out. That way I could, no, I won't take that out. Okay, so here's what we have so far. And I do want to say, I didn't mention I took the ink. I don't think I mentioned it, but I kind of made this, you know, took the ink to it a little bit. Distressed it, whatever. Aged it, that's the word. All right, then this is how it looks so far. I wanted to coordinate the yellow with the yellow in the bush there. And this is just how it is now until we start embellishing, of course. I might leave it like this or make a pocket there, we'll see. So right away we have a lot of pages and interesting things going on here. All right. This is kind of bulky right there because of the, you know, this here, but I could actually go like that. All right, thanks for watching this, and we will continue on to the next series, saga.